Welcome back to week 4 fantasy football breakdown, La Famiglia Mista Fantasy Football League. And we had a fun week this week, a lot more competitive matchups, a lot of good scores, and I'm happy I got my wins. A little preview there. Moving on to the first matchup, we got the high score of the week. Stingo Paul versus Joey Porter. 145 to 124. Joey had a big game, but it was not enough to overcome Paul's 145. He went from 0-6 to having a high score of a week and getting 2 wins. Nice job, Paul. Paul got a monster performance from Genty with 32 points. I wanted to trade for him so bad. I was hoping he'd have another bad week, but it was not the case. He's ungettable now. He also got a 30 burger from Josh Jacobs and RJ Harvey with 17. His running back trio is starting to look good. Bo Nix also threw in 25. Joey got 20 points from Hurts, which is great. And he also got Puka. 30 points from Puka Nacua. But A.J. Brown at 1.7 and David Montgomery at 1.2. Ouch. A.J. Brown could be a real problem. That offense is boring and not getting it done somehow, but they're winning all their games. Moving on to the next matchup, E-Money versus Herkus Burkus, and Eric came through with the win. 2 of the highest scores in the New Jersey side with 113 and 101. Eric got it done. He was led by James Cook with 21, Gibbs with 16, and his newly acquired wide receiver, Emeka Ibuka. For John, the Lamar injury really hurt him. He only came through with 10 points. Saquon with 15 seems pedestrian because he's used to putting up 30 burgers like it's nothing. The next matchup of the week is Kingdom 718 versus Team Vinny. And James came through with a 116 to 94 win. James putting up some brother number 2 points. There you go. James was led by Old Man Stafford with 27 points. And Bucky Irvin with 23. But the King Henry, only had 6.8. Hasn't been very good this year. But James has been. Vinny was led by a ho-hum performance by CMC with 23 points. Still good at football. But needed some more pop in his lineup. Up and down, it just wasn't there. Moving on to the next matchup, and it's chasing them brown kids off the lawn versus the leader of the family. And this was a tight matchup decided by 3 points. Logan came through with the 99-96 win. And they needed Monday Night Football to make it to finish the week. Logan got 27 points from Patrick Mahomes. Hey, Graham, how was Patrick Mahomes for you last year? Not good. He's been great for Logan this year. He did that over that terrible Baltimore defense. They're awful. And Amon-Ra might be a robot. He put up another 22 points. He just gets it done week after week after week. He's boring, but it gets done. Logan. Michael's penis was ready. He got 18. Start playing with Michael's penis. Penis. I forget. However you pronounce it. For Siobhan, Bijan is a stud. He put up 26 points. He's been great this year. Achane put up another 17. He looked really good on Monday night against my hapless Jets. So actually, the Giants killed Siobhan this week with the 2 picks against Justin Herbert, and that was the difference in the matchup for them. Had he not thrown those 2 picks, she could have won the matchup. Giants killing her. And Lad McConkey with 1.6 points. He stinks this year. He has been a dud of a pick. Moving on to my matchup versus Neighbors Balls Deep. And I told you, Dom, I'm not going easy. Came through with the second highest score in the week. 136 to 107. Got that dub. Georgie Porgy Chicken and Pies, however that saying goes, came through with 29 points. And my newly acquired quarterback, Jordan Love, threw in 26. And Omari on my wayward son came through with 25. Detroit's defense threw in 21 from me. I had a monster. Dom did have a good week, led by Allen with 25 and London with 21. But Malik Neighbors is donezo. That hurts the fantasy team. That hurts your real team. It is what it is, and that is fantasy football in a nutshell. Moving on to the next matchup, and it's first down, Cindy versus J. Lou, and this was the heartbreaker of the year. Two bad scores, 91 to 87. Graham came through with the win. He was led by 15 points with Tyler Warren. He was the best player, and everything else was not great. I thought the pickup of Kenneth Gainwell and the play of Kenneth Gainwell early on Sunday morning for Jared, who put up 25 points, would have been enough, but -6 points from one of the top defenses in the league, in the Packers, brought his score down to lose by 4 points. Ouch. A 40-40 game that ends in a tie. What a game. Craziness. For those who don't know, there was a trade last week. Me and Eric traded. I got Jordan Love, and he got Emeka Ibuka and Juwan Johnson. The winner of that will be determined. We'll see. This was a big week for free agent pickups. A lot of moves being made by a lot of people. John picked up Jackson Dart for all you Giants fans who, congratulations. He had a nice win. He looked okay. We'll see how he will be in fantasy. He runs. That's a cheat code. I picked up Diggs and Woody Marks, beating Siobhan on both of those bids. Dom spent some dough on Darren Waller, who had 2 touchdowns last week against my hapless Jets. Eric picked up Drake May, who has been great this year. I just dropped him last week because I got some quarterbacks looking pretty good right now myself. Graham picked up the Eagles defense, and they're one of the best defenses in the league. And their offense doesn't need to do anything. They just win games somehow. Siobhan did get her bid to go through on Justice Hill. Moving on finally to the matchups coming up this week. This is the last week of in-league play before we go inter-league play. And then there'll be 5 more weeks towards the tail end of the season. Vinny versus Dom in a 5-3 and 6-2 teams. A 5-3 team and a 6-2 team. And they're matching up for the top of the division. James versus Joey. James is 6-2. Can he keep Joey down? Then it's me and Paul. A 3-5 team versus a 2-6 team. The winner of this will be able to move up to the middle of the pack and really have their hopes. If you lose this game, man, it's going to be a long season. On the New Jersey side, we have Eric versus Jared, and that's a 7-1 team versus a 1-7 team. Jared, New Jersey is calling for a win for you. They need you. Logan versus John, and that's a 4-4 team versus a 2-6 team. That's a battle of mediocrity, but if John can get that done, he can bring Logan down towards his level and bring himself up towards the middle. And finally, the matchup of Siobhan versus Graham, a 4-4 team versus a 5-3 team, and a lot of smack talking going to be in that game. Somebody needs to win that game and try and assert their dominance and get towards the top end of that division. That's all for this week. Remember to set your lineups. And good luck to everybody this week except for Paul. Don't need you doing well. Later.